The federal government of Nigeria is planning to spend 1.5 billion naira on vehicles for the office of the First Lady. Now, the amount is contained in a supplementary budget sent to the National Assembly for approval. President Bola Tinubu had on Tuesday asked the National Assembly to approve the 2.17 trillion naira supplementary budget. The budget was approved by the Federal Executive Council at its meeting on Monday. Coming amidst the country's economic challenges and planned expenditure has not been well received by many Nigerians. Now, to discuss this, I'm being joined by Debo Adenirong. He's the Executive Director, Center for Anti-Corruption and Open Leadership. Good morning, Debo, and thank you so much for joining me on the news this morning.
Thank you very much. Good morning.
All right, so how do you justify the purchase of exotic vehicles for the First Lady when the country is facing economic challenges?
I'm not justifying it. As a matter of fact, I'm condemning it. It is unwarranted, it's insensitive, and it's out of place during the period that we have found ourselves. I must say, before going on, that the First Lady and I are alumni of the same College of Education, Adeyemi College of Education. And to that extent, we are supposed to be close by that association. But then, being a teacher and a mother, and somebody who has actually told Nigerians that her family is already rich and does not need Nigerian money to do anything, I believe that she should have convinced her husband that she does not need such luxury this time around, even when it is actually illegal, because the office of the First Lady is not known to the Constitution of Nigeria. So it doesn't have to spend Nigerian money on that office. Two is that being a teacher, being a mother, she knows that primary and secondary education in Nigeria is nothing to write home about when it comes to motivation of teachers, provision of structures and infrastructures in primary and secondary school. And this is the pedestal upon all other education and courses will stand. And I believe that she is also aware that a block of 6 classrooms could be constructed at a cost of 10 million naira. From 1.5 million naira, you know that we will have constructed about 150 blocks of classrooms. In Nigeria today, several primary schools students and even secondary school students do not have enough adequate classrooms to contain them. Some of them are learning under dilapidated structures. Some of them will
have Mr. Adeniran,
contend with. Yes.
Still in line with what you're saying, you know, it seems a lot of Nigerians are not taking this particular news very well. But what message does this decision send to the Nigerian people who especially are grappling with the rise in inflation and also unemployment?
I mean, I've mentioned it, that it's like being sadistic and not sympathizing or not empathizing with an average Nigerian citizen at a time like this. Okay, an average Nigerian could not even afford to pay his or her rent. They cannot afford to buy school kits for their children. And for a First Lady who does not even have so much of constitutional role to play in government, to enjoy such luxury, with her husband buying a luxurious yacht for about 5 billion naira, and there are roads, the road that connects villages and hamlets and places where food are being produced in dilapidated conditions and now not motorable, not even trackable in some cases, because anytime there is rain, many of the villages and hamlets cannot be accessed, even on foot, not to talk of motorcycle and the rest of it. So we believe that a government that touts itself to be progressive and that is ready to renew the hope of Nigeria is just not hoping for hopelessness. We are saying that that hope must be operationalized in a way that Nigeria will believe that they find succor in a progressive government. Progressive now in quotes, because the way they are going about it, the National Assembly buying 160 million naira vehicle for themselves, each of them. All of this does not show that we are in an austere period when our belts should be tightened. Now, if the government is not setting a good example for the people to follow, how will it be able to contain people from committing corruption and fraudulent crimes?
All right. Sadly, Mr. Adeniran, we would have to let you go right now, but we would love to have you back, in the news to discuss more on this particular topic.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
We believe that a government can do better than they are doing during a period that we say we don't have money, and borrowed money should not be applied to frivolity.
Yes, indeed. Thank you so much, Mr. Debo Adeniran.